everybody. This is Michael the Geek for Life with another First Impressions video. So I just went and saw Suicide Squad last night. And by the way, this video is going to have spoilers in it, so if you don't want any spoilers, just turn it off now. I just kind of like to ramble about my first impressions. It definitely does not deserve the 27% or whatever that Rotten Tomatoes is giving it. I don't know who is doing that. I had a fun time watching the movie. I'd even say it's better than Batman v Superman. Not like that's a very high bar. I actually did sort of enjoy that one too, though. So the movie, it's pretty much what the trailers were saying. There's a group of bad guys that are in jail, and they recruit them as sort of a Dirty Dozens type of solution to problems. Basically, what if Superman had been bad? Who would they have gotten to fight him? And granted, nobody in the Suicide Squad would have been able to really fight Superman, but that's kind of how they sell it. So they have Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, Captain Boomerang, and a few others, Enchantress, and they put them together, and basically they say, if you do this, then we'll commute some of your time or give you some kind of a reward, that kind of a thing. A lot of the movie is flashback, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I thought it was actually done pretty well. They showed some of Deadshot and Harley Quinn's backstories the most. A little bit of some of the others like Captain Boomerang, but not too much. So it was just a lot of, and honestly, Deadshot and Harley Quinn, they were the ones that sort of stole the movie. They were excellent. They were very well done. Will Smith, of course, as Deadshot. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn were both excellent casting choices, and they really knocked it out of the park on that. And honestly, I would even say Deadshot was probably the star of the movie. Just Will Smith's charisma pretty much always shoots him right to the top. And he definitely deserves it. And they give him, they do humanize him. He really wants to, be a father to his daughter, and that's very humanizing for somebody who is basically a hitman. And he gets paid a lot of money. Apparently, he gets like $2 million for one job and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And eventually, actually, Batman catches him. Of course, Ben Affleck, he's playing Batman, and so because this is a DC cinematic universe. And Batman shows up, and he's not in it very much, but he does show up mostly for the Deadshot thing, and then he's in that mid-credit scene at the end. The Flash also makes an appearance. He basically catches Captain Boomerang. He's in one little scene. They don't play it up too much. He's just kind of there, and he just happens to be the metahuman that catches him. And for those that are wondering about the Joker, yeah, he's in this. He's not in it that much. He might have 10 minutes or less of total screen time. He's not my favorite Joker at all, and it's not because of the actor. It's not because of Jared Leto. It's the direction they kind of decided to make the Joker go, as this tattooed sort of drug-dealing gangster Joker, which I wasn't that big a fan of. I like the Heath Ledger. I like the Jack Nicholson. I forget who played him in the 1960s. I liked him. So this is probably my least favorite Joker. He's not necessarily bad. He's just, for me, he's not my favorite. He's the least liked for me. He's not bad. He's just not that well liked. I would much rather have had a Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger type Joker than this one. But he doesn't show up too much in it, and you do get to see the backstory a little bit where he corrupts, I guess, Harley Quinn, who was his psychiatrist or whatever at Arkham Asylum, and you see how that goes down. And he does show up, and he's after Harley Quinn, and pretty much all of his motivations are around her. So that's nice. And it's not terrible. It's just if you were going to this movie expecting a lot of Joker, you will be disappointed in it. Because it's just not that much. He's not the focus of the movie, and he's not supposed to be. There are a few little nuggets that show up when they give all of the Suicide Squad their equipment back. Harley Quinn pulls out that red and black Jester's costume that she first had, and kind of puts it away, and she holds a mallet at one point, kind of like back to her roots back in the 90s in the animated series. So that's nice. I prefer what she's doing now with the baseball bat and the modern day stuff, but it was nice to have a little throwback to that. And I don't know, there's just not too much to say. I will tell you the bad guy is the Enchantress. And that's a little, she's not terrible or anything. She's actually kind of interesting. It's never really clear what she's doing other than she's just trying to control the world or something. But she's like a witch inhabiting somebody. I don't know. It's kind of confusing, but it's not a big deal, and she can turn ordinary people into basically a zombie army. I mean, they're not really zombies, but they kind of are. And so she controls them that way. I don't know. It's interesting. I definitely had fun watching it. I would love to watch it again. Honestly, if I were going on a 1 to 10 scale, I would say it's like a 7 out of 10, something like that. Definitely not a 27%. I mean, I don't know what those people are thinking. And I'd love to see them come back. Honestly, it was a good movie, and I look forward to seeing it again. I don't know if there's any plans for a sequel or not. I'm kind of hoping that I really am hoping that they do show up again in the DC universe. At least Harley Quinn and Deadshot I'd love to see. And what was his name? Jai Courtney was actually not terrible in this movie. He was actually funny. So I really like seeing that. He did a good job as Captain Boomerang. Killer Croc was good. A lot of the supporting Suicide Squad members were good. There was one, Katana. She wasn't in jail or anything, but she's kind of in the Suicide Squad. She was sort of brought in originally to help keep them in line, but she did become part of the team. And I really wish her backstory had been gone into a little bit more. The whole thing with, like, she has the sword that steals souls when it kills people, and her husband's in there because somebody used it to kill him, and she's very much in pain because of that. Her husband's in this sword she's carrying around, and she can't get him out. And I would have liked to have seen that explored a little bit more than it was. It's unfortunate. Diablo, that was his name, the guy with the fire. He was pretty cool. I mean, he accidentally killed his family when he lost control, and so he's sort of taken this pacifist route, but he's been forced into the Suicide Squad, but he's very reluctant. He doesn't want to be there. He eventually does come out, and he does help them out a good bit, but he does unfortunately lose his life in the process. And it's sad we're not going to see his character show up anymore, because he was a decent character. The best scene in the movie it was teased in the trailer a little bit, where they're at the bar. That's one of the best scenes in the movie. Really, I just don't see where they're getting that 27% from. I just do not get it. But I did look on Rotten Tomatoes, and the public is giving it like a 75%, and it's the critics that are doing like 27-30%. So I guess this is just another one of those things where the critics hate it and the public loves it. Just like Jurassic World or a few other movies, and so I guess it's just going to be kind of that way. But as long as the public loves it, that's what counts, because that's where the ticket sales come from. And I'd love to see this movie show up again. I guess that's it. There's really not too much to say about it. I love the movie. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's above average. It's probably the best of the DC movies I've seen so far. I really didn't like Man of Steel at all. And I know it's a controversial thing to say that, because some people love it and some people hate it. I didn't like it. Batman v Superman was an average movie for me. I would have given, if I had done a first impression of it, which I was originally going to do, I would have just given it a 3 out of 5. But this, I'm going to give a 4 out of 5. So honestly, this is the best of the DC movies I've seen so far. And they have a mid-credit scene with Batman talking to the director. Oh, by the way, the director of the Suicide Squad is freaking awesome. She's that lady that's like at the table, and she's like talking all about them and recruiting them all. She's badass. She's awesome. I'm glad she stuck around. I hope to see her again. She did a great job. I know I've seen the actress before. I can't think of her name. But yeah, she was really awesome in this movie. But yeah, at the end, Batman as Bruce Wayne is talking to her. He's getting a list of other metahumans. He's got he opens the folders, like Enchantress, who is dead at this point. I don't know why she's in there. The Flash and Aquaman, and you can see they're pushing into the Justice League movie. And I really do think Ben Affleck makes a great Bruce Wayne / Batman. He does a good job, and I can't wait to see his standalone movie as Batman. But really, the Justice League trailer looked good too. So I mean, maybe they're improving. Maybe they are listening to the fan feedback, because there was humor in this movie too. It wasn't a great amount of humor, but there was humor in it. So they're getting the dark stuff really isn't working for them like it did in the Dark Knight trilogy, and so they're maybe leaning over to let's incorporate some humor, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has. But I did see another YouTube video where somebody pointed out that Zack Snyder is very much about moments as opposed to scenes. And rewatching Batman v Superman, I can absolutely see what they're saying. And that is going to be one of the problems going into the DC universe, is he needs to be more about scenes. Like the bar scene in this movie was great, as opposed to moments. I mean, moments are good too. I can name a lot that I love, but it's not how you make a movie. You don't make a movie entirely of moments and still expect it to work well. So I hope that that's some more criticism that they're taking to heart and that they're internalizing and be like, okay, let's add a little bit more humor and let's focus on scenes and team building as opposed to just moments. So anyway, I kind of rambled on a little longer than I thought I was going to. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. I think it was good. I do recommend it. I mean, don't go in with super high expectations thinking it's going to be the greatest movie ever. I mean, there are definitely some Marvel movies, for example, that do blow this one out. But I would say it's a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, 7 out of 10. I usually go out of 5, so I'm going to go 4 out of 5. It's above average. And yeah, I mean, that's what I think of it. Those are my first impressions. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe. I'm always doing more videos. Press the like button if you like this one. Leave a comment, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. And also, there is a way to support your favorite YouTubers, including me, I hope, financially, without dipping into your own pocket, and it's actually very simple. YouTubers get paid by interactions with the ads. It doesn't matter how many views the video gets, it matters how many times people interact with the ads. So, if you'd like to contribute financially to your favorite YouTubers or your favorite YouTube videos, you can watch that little commercial ad at the beginning of the video, or you can click on one of the little banner ads that show up at the bottom. I know most people just click them away or skip the ad, but honestly, if you interact with them, the advertisers will actually give that YouTuber a little bit of money. So that's a great way to help out without dipping into your own pocket, and you can't lose with that. Thank you very much for watching again. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.